Alex, I've been thinking a lot about the moments during travel that completely restore your faith in humanity. Those unexpected acts of kindness that make you feel like the world isn't such a harsh place after all.
Oh, absolutely, Emma. There's something magical about seeing strangers go out of their way just to help, isn't there? It's like, for a moment, you forget all the negativity in the news and realize people are good.
Exactly. And I want to start today's episode with a little hook. Have you ever been in a situation while traveling where you thought, wow, someone really just made my day without expecting anything in return?
Oh, so many times. And honestly, these moments stay with you forever. By the way, before we dive in, for our listeners, don't forget to hit like and subscribe on our channel, okay? And if you enjoy today's stories, we've also prepared a PDF with the full script and a vocabulary list, so you can pick up some useful expressions while listening.
Yes, and that's perfect because today's stories are full of everyday expressions you can use. Let's just start with a story I experienced myself in Italy a few years ago. I was in Florence, completely lost in the winding streets around the Duomo. My map on my phone died, classic me, and I had no idea where I was. I was starting to panic a little when this elderly Italian man noticed me wandering around, looking flustered.
Oh, I can imagine. Those streets can be a maze even for locals.
Exactly. So he came up to me, smiled, and in broken English said, "You lost, yes?" I nodded, and he didn't just give me directions. No, he took my hand, literally, and walked with me for 20 minutes until I found the right piazza. And the whole time, he was telling me stories about the city, giving me tips on gelato spots, and even stopped at a cafe to buy me a small pastry.
Wow, Emma, that's incredible. That's one of those moments that makes you think, okay, humanity is amazing. And it's interesting, you used the phrase flustered. I think that's a useful word for our listeners. It means feeling nervous or confused, often when things are going wrong, like you in the streets of Florence.
Yes, flustered is perfect here. And what struck me most wasn't just the act itself, but the genuine kindness. There was no ulterior motive. It reminded me that people can be genuinely good.
That reminds me of something that happened to me in Thailand. I was traveling in Chiang Mai and I missed my bus to a small village in the mountains. It was late afternoon and I was starting to worry because public transport there isn't very reliable. Then a young woman at the bus station noticed me pacing back and forth.
Oh, let me guess. She helped you?
She didn't just help me, she practically adopted me for the evening. She called her friend who owned a small guest house, arranged a room for me, and even bought me dinner. And the most touching part was, she didn't ask for anything in return, just a smile and a safe travels the next day.
That's beautiful. Safe travels is such a simple expression, but it carries a lot of warmth. You hear it so often when people genuinely care about you.
Absolutely, and it's funny because when you're traveling, you notice the small gestures even more. A smile, a helping hand, someone going out of their way, it sticks with you.
Speaking of small gestures, I remember a story from Morocco. I was taking a taxi in Marrakesh and my wallet slipped out of my bag without me noticing. I realized it only when I reached the hotel, and all my cash and cards were gone. I was panicking, thinking I'd have to cancel all my plans. The next morning, I got a call from the taxi driver.
Let me guess, he returned it?
He did, every single thing, untouched, and he refused any tip, saying it was just the right thing to do. I mean, Alex, moments like this completely restore your faith in people.
That's an incredible story, Emma. And for our listeners, the expression, just the right thing to do, is a great phrase. It's often used when someone does something morally or ethically correct, even when nobody is watching.
Exactly. And it also reminds us that sometimes humanity shows up in the simplest ways. You don't need grand gestures, just honesty, integrity, and kindness.
I think the beauty of these stories is that they happen when you least expect them. Like you're stressed, lost, or in a tight spot, and suddenly a stranger makes everything feel lighter.
Totally. And I have another story from Spain in Seville. I was on a walking tour and my camera broke mid-trip. I was so disappointed because I had planned to take photos of the flamenco performance that evening. And out of nowhere, another tourist, a complete stranger, offered me her camera to borrow so I could still take pictures.
Oh, wow, that's so generous. And it's interesting because sometimes travelers form these instant bonds. It's like a shared understanding of being on the road, right?
Yes, and for our listeners, form a bond means to develop a connection or friendship with someone, often quickly. It's perfect for describing travel encounters like these.
Absolutely. And it's also a reminder to always be kind ourselves. You never know when a small act can make a huge difference in someone else's day.
That's a great point. It's like paying it forward. Even if someone hasn't helped you directly, the kindness you experience inspires you to help others in return.
Exactly. And it's not always about saving the day or making grand gestures. Sometimes it's about listening, showing patience, or even just offering a smile when someone's clearly stressed.
That reminds me of a story from Japan. I was traveling on the Shinkansen, and there was this elderly couple sitting across from me. They noticed I was struggling to figure out how to use the vending machine for snacks on the train. They didn't just explain, they guided me through each step, even making little jokes along the way to make me feel comfortable.
Oh, I love that. And you can see that humor, those little jokes, make the whole experience more human, right? It breaks tension and makes everything feel warmer.
Exactly. And for our listeners, break the tension is another useful expression. It means to reduce stress or nervousness in a situation, like how the couple's humor made me feel relaxed and welcomed.
That's perfect. And these stories also highlight a bigger lesson. Kindness is universal. Across continents, languages, and cultures, the gestures of humanity speak louder than words.
Absolutely. And what's amazing is that these stories don't just restore your faith, they change the way you see travel itself. It's no longer just sightseeing or checking off landmarks. It's about the human connections, the memories of compassion, and the little moments that make you smile.
I couldn't agree more. I think travel teaches us that the world is filled with people willing to help, and sometimes all it takes is a small act to make someone's day.
And here's the practical advice for our listeners. Always be open to interactions. Say hello, ask for help if you need it, and don't underestimate the power of a smile. You might not realize it, but those small moments can be life-changing for both you and the stranger.
Exactly. And also, when you experience kindness, remember it. Share it with others, or even just mentally note it. It reinforces the idea that humanity is, at its core, good.
You know, Alex, one of my favorite parts about these stories is how they teach patience and empathy. Sometimes we rush through travel, worried about schedules or plans, and forget to simply notice the people around us.
Oh, so true. And for our listeners, rush through means to do something quickly without taking your time, often missing important details, like traveling without noticing these beautiful human moments.
Yes, and the last story I want to share is from Canada. I was hiking in the Rockies, and I got a flat tire on my rental car in a very remote area. I was honestly feeling a bit scared because there wasn't much cell phone signal. Then, this couple in an SUV stopped. They didn't just offer to help, they changed the tire for me, waited until I was sure everything was safe, and even gave me water and snacks.
Wow, Emma, that's exactly what today's episode is about. Complete strangers going out of their way to help. It's heartwarming, inspiring, and makes you believe in the goodness of people.
And for our listeners, this is the takeaway. Often when you least expect it, and when you experience it firsthand, it restores your faith, not just in humanity, but in yourself too. because you're reminded that the world can be a caring place.
Absolutely. And for those listening, try to notice these moments in your travels. They're not always life-changing events, but they leave a lasting impression. They remind us to be generous, patient, and human.
Yes, and one last expression I want to mention: leave a lasting impression. It means something stays in your mind for a long time because it was meaningful or impactful. That's exactly what these stories do.
Perfect. So, to sum up, travel isn't just about places, it's about people. Those unexpected gestures of kindness, the smiles, the offers to help, even small jokes, they all contribute to restoring faith in humanity. And hopefully, these stories inspire our listeners to both notice and practice kindness in their own journeys.
Exactly. And maybe by sharing these moments, we encourage a ripple effect. One small act of kindness leads to another, and suddenly the world feels a little warmer.
Couldn't have said it better, Emma. And to everyone listening, thank you for joining us today. Remember, whether you're traveling across the world or just walking down your local street, keep an eye out for those heartwarming moments. They're everywhere.
And don't forget to check out our PDF with today's conversation and vocabulary list. It's full of these useful expressions we mentioned today, so you can use them in your travels or everyday life.
That's right. And keep these stories in mind whenever you feel disheartened. Humanity is full of kindness. You just have to notice it.
Thank you for listening, everyone. And remember, no matter where you go, you're never too far from someone willing to help, smile, or make your day brighter.
Absolutely. Until next time, travel safe, be kind, and keep your heart open.
Couldn't agree more, Alex. See you all in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. And remember, kindness is contagious.
Yes, and a little kindness goes a long way.